Future AI Interpretation Solution ExpertT, designing future based on present. First of all, let me tell you about the background of planning ExpertT. The world is getting closer through economic growth and traffic development. It has become a routine thing. Over 1.2 billion people go abroad for travel and business. But there is still a problem with language, and language has become the biggest barrier in overseas travel and overseas business. Even if you do not go directly to overseas, the number of overseas purchases of goods has increased even more. And even a single country, China, 24 million consumers per year use about 400 billion won to buy goods directly from abroad, though online shop. However, such overseas direct purchases often result in purchases or disputes. The difference in language is a great inconvenience in this situation. We know that interpreter services are needed to solve problems. However, until now, interpretation services have been expensive, slow, time-limited, and available only in limited space. ExpertT has tried to make an interpreter service to solve these language problems and has introduced a system that can be used anytime, anywhere, and at a low price. ExpertT could be a solution that can solve all problems in the language. I will briefly explain the main features of the ExpertT. Expert's Quick Translation Service is a simple system that you can use immediately after setting your own language and the language you need to translate. General Call is a system that connects you with the interpreter who you want, with a little more detailed setup. In addition to the main interpretation service, we have a Q&A system using a simple voice and a community system in which interpreter specialists register contents, such as explaining travel destinations. You can also get a local tourist information through local experts, so you can travel without a guide. Why ExpertT? When traveling abroad, the first problem you face is getting an accommodation from the airport. It is difficult to explain your destination in a taxi because the language barriers, but it is more difficult to take a bus or subway. ExpertT will tell taxi drivers about your destination, or ask local experts about public transportation that can take you from the airport to your accommodation. It's a piece of information that is difficult to enjoy in a simple translation system, and it is very embarrassing to lose your bag or belongings during your trip. It is also difficult to report to the police and get some help from people to find them. However, you can report to the nearest police station via ExpertT or ask for help from nearby people, and you are more likely to find your lost property. Today, overseas direct purchasing is a trend that makes it easy to purchase various overseas products at home. However, it is true that overseas direct purchases are hesitated because of difficulties in language. I'm glad that you made a purchase normally, but I have a hard time figuring out what to do in the event of a problem during the purchase. If you need help from ExpertT, you can easily overcome the problem. You can request a claim on your behalf directly in your country, or you can request to purchase or ship goods. If you have direct overseas purchases, you can also sell your goods directly to overseas. Language is the biggest problem, as I sell my stuff through a global online shopping mall. If you're a small business owner or a farmer, you can easily sell your goods overseas if you use ExpertT. You can ask for a description of my goods or call an overseas buyer for help. Foreign buyers come, but interpreters are absent. If there is no interpreter staff, but a good proposal came from overseas, so far you have been working for an expensive interpreter. But are you worried that the interpreter is delivering my message properly and that you are familiar with our business? You can select an expert on ExpertT who has knowledge in your field of business to request interpretation. AI Interpreter ExpertT. It has been seen as a dream to translate the words I read and the words I hear automatically. However, with the AI system that recently with neural network machine translation, translations are no longer just a dream. But I still feel far ahead in interpreting. Not only the amount of data compared to translation significantly is not so much, but also AL cannot accurately capture different pronunciation and local dialects. ExpertT tries to solve this by collecting big data through various experts. ExpertT is natural language data based on real currency, various language data based on global service. We are developing an AI interpreter system that collects big data for extracting actual living language data and create the best interpreter AI. Interpretation AI can be used in various fields in the future. You can create a wearable interpreter that you can use for a simple walk around. It can be used in vehicles, industries, and various lot applications. You can convert some translations of ExpertT into AI format. You can also deploy the library to enable interpretation services in various apps. ExpertT designs the future based on the present. By collecting big data through current ExpertT service and through development of AI, we will do our best to make use of wearable device, lot service, and so on, until the day when the ExpertT app and ExpertT device become the essentials of world travel and global trade. Thank you.